Hi guys, in this video you will be learning how to make a granny square. So the first thing what you need is your yarn and your hook, and when you get to the end of your granny square, the scissors, and you're going to also need what's it called, yarn needle to sew in the ends. So the first thing we're going to do is make a slip knot. So you take your strand and you loop this bit right here, and then the other bit right here, oops, right here. You have a tiny pretzel, you go under, on top, and then pull. This is what you have. If you pull both strands together, the knot gets smaller, and then you pull the long one. So this is the short and this is the long. You pull the long, and then your space, your loop gets smaller. So now let's get started. First thing you're going to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 4. Now we're going to be working in the first stitch here. That's where we're going to do all our chains, into here, right here. So we yarn over and we do 2 double crochets in this space here. Yarn over and then yarn over, pull out 1 double crochet, yarn over, go into that space, it gets bigger, go into that space, oops, go into this space, yarn over, pull out 1, you have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2, yarn over, pull out 2. This is your first clusters. Granny squares are made in clusters, cluster of 3. So next thing is to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over again and go into the same space and do 3 double crochets in there. Yarn over, pull out 1, yarn over, pull out 2 and 2, and finish that up. 3 double crochets in that space. The next thing is to do another chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go into the same hole right there again and do another cluster. So it's 3 double crochets into that same space, and yarn over, pull out 1, and we'll pull out 2 and 2. So this is what we have, right? You have 2 space, 3 clusters and 2 holes on the sides. Finally, then we do chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and into the same space right here we do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, if you can hear my background noise, I'm sorry, it's the kids. Tried to get them to be quiet with bribes, but that didn't work. So we have 1, 2, 3 space. It's a square, so it needs 4 sides. We have 3 sides now. So now we do a chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to do a slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. Remember when we started, we had a chain 4 and we did our double crochet in the basically in the 4th stitch from the hook, and that's the first stitch that we made. So we were left with 3, and one of the 3 counted at the first double crochet. We're going to go into the top, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a slip knot. What we're going to try to do is pick up these 2 strands here. Sorry for that noise, that was my app telling me to drink water. So this is, see, can you see this? So I've picked up both, and under there's still a strand. There's still 1 strand here, because and then the top has 2. For a slip stitch, you yarn over, pull it out, and pull it out. 1 second. Out. So this is the beginning of our square. Now we're going to try to make it bigger, and for your granny squares, when you get to the corners, that is where you make your increases. And the increase is by doing 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets in the same space. That is how you make your corners. So let's continue. How I continue is, look at your work. You have the next stitch here and the next stitch and then the corner. We're trying to get to this corner here, and we go into the back loop, the front, the back. We'll pick up the back loop only. We do a slip stitch. We go into the next stitch, back loop only, another slip stitch. Yep. And then the next slip stitch will bring us into the first corner. Now we chain 3, and then we do 2 double crochets in this space. We chain 3, remember, because it's a corner, we do 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets in the corner like this. 1, 2, 3. You've done your first corner. Now we're going to the next corner. Just yarn over, don't chain 1, nothing, just yarn over and go into the next corner and do a double crochet in there. And then we do 2 more double crochets, 2, 3. A corner, we do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do another 3 double crochets in that same corner. 1, 2, 3. This is what we have now. Next, the corner again. So for the round 2 of your granny square, we're working only in the corners because we're making an increase. So we do a chain 3, double crochet, 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets in the same space. This is not a beginner's video. If you think I'm too quick, it's not a beginner's video. It's a video showing you how to make a granny square, and you should already know how to do your stitches before watching this video. So if I'm too quick, I apologize. I am on intermediate level, kind of. Yeah, so now you yarn over again and you go into the last side. You do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. And if it's too quick, you can pause the video as well and then continue. Chain 3 and 3 double crochets in the last corner. Yep, this is what we have now. It's a bigger square, but still a square. Now we're doing the slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. It's basically the chain 3 that we made. Remember the chain 3 we made to get started on our on the row at the top right there. We do that. It's always very tricky for me to go into it. So if you go in before me, woohoo, I will continue when I manage to get into mine. I always struggle. Yep, got in. So now I got into that stitch, yarn over, pull it out and out. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Because my square doesn't look like a square. No mistake, just a bit of stretch, right? I think yes. So this is what it looks like. There's a hole here, ignore that hole, or let's take it out and do the slip knot. Let's try the slip knot right here and let's see what happens. Yeah, that is a bit better. The space got smaller. Now, to continue our work, we are going to be making our next round. So this is a corner here. So to continue, we do our increases at the corner. So it's the corner, you do a chain three, you do a 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochet in the corner, and you do it in all 4 corners. But now if you look at your work, you've managed to have side, the middle one here, the middle one here, the middle one here. Let me show you how to do one row, and then we continue. Show you. So you do chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, just go into the bottom bit here and do 2 double crochets. That is your first one, and that should take you, the next one should be your chain 3 space here, without chaining one or anything. Just yarn over and go into there, and it's a corner, it's a corner, and what do you do at the corner? You chain 3, you do a 3 double crochets, you chain 3 and another 3 double crochets in that same corner. That is what makes your square bigger, by doing that in the corners, and you have a consistent. And now that brings us to, see, the next hole here. We do yarn over, go into that space, do 3 double crochets in there, and that brings you to the next corner, and we do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, I lost a stitch there again, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. 1 2 3, and for the next when we finish this row, we're going to have 2 stitches in the middle, and for the middle stitches you only do 3 double crochets and no increases. The increases only happen on the sides. I have one here that's a bit bigger than this one, and this is what it looks like. So your square keeps getting bigger, and you just keep going until it's big enough for what you're working with. For this one, I'm working on a cardigan, so I'm going to make a really big square. And if you want a small square, you can make a blanket out of this. You can make a cardigan. You can make one big granny square. You can make a bag. You can make different small squares and put them together as a blanket. So with a granny square is very versatile for different projects. It depends on what you want to use it for. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, just ask me and I will answer them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.